going on, everybody? What's up, Godfrey?
Chilling, man. What's up with you?
Not too much, man. Not too much. Big things going on today. Got quite the big guest on the pod this evening. Somebody we had the pleasure of meeting at SEMA this year. Dude's making
Yeah,
a lot
man.
of waves. Looking forward to being able to sit back, do a little bit of more
For
deep
sure.
dive.
For sure. You know what I mean? Listen, we like to have all kinds of folks on. It might surprise some people who's on. It might not. But, if you knew us, it wouldn't surprise you. But, from an outside view, it might. And, we like surprises here, sometimes. I don't think Christian actually likes surprises, if I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad with them. I'm trying to be better as I get older, man. It's just certain things. I'm like I guess you could say I'm kind of a control freak when it comes to certain things. So when I
Yeah.
can't control something going on, even if people are trying to do something nice for me, surprises always make me feel a little bit uncomfortable. I guess that's the part I don't like about it. But what's good? What you got for how's the weight loss journey going, man?
Good, man. I kind of hit a plateau, but that's to be expected. I'm not gaining back, but just kind of hanging.
The SEMA plateau?
I don't know if it's from SEMA or I don't know. We really didn't bust down a grub hard except for that one night. We didn't go to the Caesars buffet, which is
True.
really like true gluttony, right?
Facts.
The sushi night was the night where we were just like smashing the food. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. And if you're gonna smash any food in quantity, sushi's probably one of the better ones that you can do.
yeah, so
Yeah, for sure.
I just think I don't know, man. I doctor told me to. I expected to hit a plateau, but you just got to keep moving, and you'll get through that plateau. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? Body adjusts.
Is the Godfrey moving? Is that part of the regimen? You still hitting the gym?
I'm hitting the gym. I'm
Okay.
doing more cardio lately, but the weights are gonna come out. Softball season's around the corner. I gotta be putting those things over the fence. You know what I mean?
Are you doing cardio at the gym when you go?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man. I got a homie of mine. You seen him when we went on the bus like a month or two ago. The bull pun.
Yeah.
That dude lost like 115 pounds now, man, just by walking uphill on the treadmill.
It's crazy.
Yeah, not even a year, dog. He went and did
A
it
whole
literally
person. That's a whole person.
45 minutes every day after work. Uphill, incline, full incline, walking on, I think it was like 3 miles an hour or something like that or whatever.
That's a whole person. That's
Burned off a whole person, bro.
It's like a 5'3" woman or something like that.
Yeah.
Literally.
People don't get it, man. Like all it takes is just movement. You know what I mean? Going on an incline is probably the best thing you can do.
Movement's important for sure. 100%.
Move it or lose it, bro, especially as we get older.
Yeah, that's true.
I try to stress that out to people all the time.
Yeah, you got to keep moving, man. If you don't, it could affect a lot of things. I mean, losing weight autocorrects a lot of stuff like that people may have.
I would assume
issues,
so.
posture issues,
energy levels.
It autocorrects a lot of stuff. So it could be like even losing 10, 15 pounds can make a difference for someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once you get on that journey and you get to like you start seeing big numbers, the crazy thing is you will start to maybe get addicted to the results.
Do you feel like you're there right now? Getting there?
I feel like I'm there because I got clothes that I'm fitting in that I bought maybe a year ago that I thought fit me and didn't, and I just kind of kept them to the side. I was like, I'm going to get in these later, and now they're comfortable, and I'm fitting in those clothes easily. I look smaller. I think the weight number is important, but not everything too. Like, I learned that like when you go lift weights, like you might just get on the scale next day and it feels like you gained 5-6 pounds because of the water weight. You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing. You know what I mean?
But the scale is not really what it's about, but people have a tendency to just gravitate towards that because it gives you some sort of
measure,
like a win or a loss for where you're kind of heading. You know what I mean? But a lot of times muscle weighs more than fat, man. So like if you're working out, you're gonna gain some weight back. You're gonna look better. You're just not gonna notice because you're carrying the weight differently. You know?
I think like having a size goal is like really good too. Like maybe like you want to fit into an XL t-shirt and or like you want to be a certain waist size because that's kind of more geared toward like how you feel and how you look. And the weight number is going to fluctuate. You know what I mean? I think if you get too obsessed with that number, it's going to go down a unhealthy turn. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, things are going good, man. SEMA hangover is definitely over. It's been a couple weeks now. SEMA was a blast. We're just preparing for, Black Friday's coming up, and that's a thing. And then there's MTEs around the corner before we know it.
I mean, Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
We're
doing a little special in the middle of in December that we're running for a certain amount of days. If you could pick up on that little drop we did right there, we got the Christmas holiday, obviously, we got New Year's, and literally, dude, we're right back.
Holiday scents are coming up, not too far away.
Winter collection, my man. Winter
collection. My bad. Winter collection.
Holiday thing, because I mean, let's be honest.
Put it on mute. Put it on mute, McCracken.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest, right? Like, it makes more sense to kind of run them for the winter time. So,
yeah, I agree, 100%.
Yeah, got 2 hot drops coming next week, man. I hope the people are going to like them. Everybody was out at SEMA. Hopefully got a chance to sniff them things. And there was a lot of people in the chat that were out there that got a chance to smell and gave us some positive feedback. Big shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. Got a nice little group going. But without further ado, Godfrey, what's up? You want to bring this newest Funkin homie in the mix or what?
Yeah, man. Let's bring him in.
Bring the boy in.
What's going on, everybody?
That detail guy. What's up?
What's cracking, Gary?
Or we know him as Gary. Before that, I know him as that detail guy.
Hey, before that, you were talking mess on the internet, big dog.
Yeah, talking man mess.
Hey, shots fired. Shots fired.
Nah, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing tonight?
Good, man. Good. No complaints out here. Rainy night over here outside Philadelphia, but I'll deal with it.
No, yeah. I hate when it's rainy and cold. It's the worst combination ever.
Man,
only thing that would be worse is if there's wind added to the mix. Wind, rain, and cold at the same time. Couldn't do it.
For sure. Yeah, I met a dude from Philly when I went to New York recently. He was a cool dude, man. We got a little kind of like a prank that we're gonna play on everybody here in a couple of weeks. We'll see how it goes. So.
All right. I'm interested in seeing who this cat is from Philadelphia because I feel like we should know him.
His I don't know if you'll see it.
Keep it in the tuck. Your videos are too much fun to watch and have no idea what you're gonna get by the end of them. So don't spoil it for nobody.
Yeah, this one's out there. Like I told my mom about it. Well, people raised me, and she was not happy. She was not happy with what we were planning to do. So
that's funny.
Put it like that. Yeah. So,
all right, that's what's up.
Mom was trying to put the brakes on it.
Yeah, honestly, they gave me a lecture for like 15, 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, my bad.
Really? It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be crazy. So.
Is it a controversial Gary piece, or is it just more of a fun-loving piece?
Just so basically, I met another content creator when I went to the TikTok Creator Summit in New York.
Okay.
And just casually, dude would sit next to me. We were like, "Why are we here, bro?" Right? And we're just laughing because it was like the most quintessential, like stereotypical corporate, but like tech company thing. Like there was this house music and like pink lights and. It was just a lot. So, but like very high school mixer vibes. So
that's not your vibe.
Nah, bro. I left by 6 p.m. because they were like, we're gonna have an after party. And I kind of did the math and I was like, I'm gonna need to keep my job. There was a lot going on, I'll just leave it like that. And so at one point we looked at each other and we're like, what are we doing here? And we talk about like, what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. And he does like a bunch of reviews for movies and stuff like that. And he has like just casually has 1 million followers. I'm like, this is crazy, bro. Every single video he does, it's like 800,000. It's wild.
Do you think once you catch that wave and you're kind of at that point, and you hit that pinnacle as far as followers go and stuff like that, do you feel like at that point your wins are almost easier, or do you feel like at that point you're putting more pressure on you? For you, I think just knowing you after meeting you at SEMA, I feel like you would put more pressure on yourself if you had that level, right? But I feel like at some point when you get that, it's like a volume game, right? Like a video that might be a dud, you're still gonna want to pull a couple thousand likes on just because of the sheer volume of people you have.
Well, here's the thing. This is what I'm learning, especially on that platform, right? If you can do something that is repeatable, and I don't want to say easy, but like low effort. That's what makes detailing so hard. And that's why I get so damn frustrated because he's in the movie and like content segments. So they have these different categories over there, right? So he's in this movie and TV one. And really what he's able to do is put a movie poster behind him, talk about, the series, the movies, whatever it is. And that's it. Boom, you're done. So he does that over and over and over and over and over again. He can crank out 13 of them videos in a day if he wanted to, right? And probably get to a point where he could probably automate it, to be honest. So we're sitting there talking about that, with him anyways. So it's frustrating for us because you never know. I'm going to clean out a car. Am I going to do a review? So I'm always stuck between, okay, do I make this a shop video and try to get you guys some sales that way? But if I do that, then I don't get paid, right? Because you can't do CRP and a shop video.
Right.
So unless the video pops off and everybody clicks that link and buys it, then I don't really get anything out of it. So, and then if I do that too much, then they say, well, you're a shop person now, right. And they'll take the the other bonuses out. And then because I have like a 1-to-1 over there that I meet with and talk to, but I kind of just I didn't really snap on them this weekend, but I just was like, dude, this is weird, man. That like these people are allowed to sit in front of a green screen, right? And I feel like I'm out here putting in the effort, doing all this stuff, but then my videos don't qualify. And then the one thing I do that everybody loves that is repeatable, it doesn't qualify as like the highest bonus because it's not high quality, because I have my phone and I'm walking around the store. Hey, this is what you should buy. This is what you shouldn't. This is what products would up. So if I crank those out, so I did, coming into SEMA, I was like, I need to come in hot, right? I need to let everybody know why I'm here. So I'm going to go viral, right? So we went viral on every single platform, 2-3 million views on every single platform. Had one video that was going crazy. I've done the same thing before. I knew it was going to go crazy, right? I've been sitting at like 117,000 followers over on, TikTok for I don't know how long. Just by doing that series again, I jumped 10,000 followers. And it's just like, so I'm like, how is that not an indication of high quality? Like, this is clearly what my people want me to do, but you're out here trying to get me to compete with guys who can take a whole entire motor apart piece by piece and stop motion it. You see them videos?
Yeah.
That's what I'm up against, bro. That's what as a detailer, that's what I'm up against. I'm trying to educate. I'm trying to show people how to use different products, trying to help out different companies and things like that. But they got me competing against a dude whose full-time job is to
stop motion.
I'm like, okay. I'm gonna need
stuff too, because when you're doing detailing videos, it's like if you're doing a review video or whatever, or even if you're doing a detailing video, like you gotta make sure you get all your shots. You gotta make sure that if you're doing audio at the same time, you're not losing the audio. I mean, it's not the same as just sitting in front of a green screen. You're like, oh snap, I didn't turn my mic on, and you just hit the record button and just bust the same thing down.
And the thing is, hats off to everybody who's able to do those things. All I'm saying is, the other thing is when we're filming, a lot of times we're under the clock, right? We're actually working and trying to get a job done. And then we
got product drying on panels. You got the sunlight changing. You got conditions being crappy outside. Yeah, for sure.
And then we got to do, and then after we post the video, then we got to do all the jokers that, well, you're an internet detailer. Okay. Let me be an internet detailer. I just made twice. I got paid twice to do this vehicle. So I'm cool with that. My family is okay.
Fair. Yeah. Good point.
Well, I mean, if you could record it and put it on the internet and somebody watch it, like, why would you not want to get paid twice? I don't understand that the whole concept. There's all that toxic stuff, but it is what it is,
Yeah, I think like the perception is, and I don't think it's reality in this case, and that if someone is creating content, they can't possibly have enough time to detail. But that's not correct. That people do it, and people have done it and still do it, and they think that, well, he's not doing a redetail, like he's doing some kind of like a shoot where he pieces together a fake detail to look like a redetail. And like, it's just stuff I've heard out there. And I'm like, no, there's guys out there that are really doing the detail and doing the content. I mean, there's multiple.
Yeah, but even doing that, you have to think about that all while you're trying to do the process of actually cleaning the car still. And then on top of that, it's like, God forbid you missed a shot where you wanted to get something on the carpet or shooting something or what. You can't go back. Like,
I think what they really mean is
like you lose the whole video because you missed a shot or two, and you're like, damn, like the most vital piece I don't have.
Well, and like recently, so one of the things they want you to do over there, and that's really where all my content comes from, which honestly, I might go back to I might try to do Facebook first from this point. I don't know. It just depends. But, because Facebook and Instagram have been real good to me lately, but you just don't get paid on Instagram. But Instagram is good for corporate. Same with YouTube, right? If you have 100,000 on Instagram, if you have 100,000 on YouTube, you're getting brand deals. Like big time companies are going to come to you and be like, all right, let me pay your mortgage for a couple months, right?
Right.
Like that's usually the difference. And if that's not your, if that's not your truth, then we need to sit down and make sure you're getting what you deserve, because that's just how that's how it works.
Yeah, I think what they're saying out loud without saying it is, I can't do it, so you possibly can't do it. That's really what they're trying to say.
That's really what they're saying. Just like the beard thing that we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
You got to.
Is your beard fake? Is it fake?
It is 100% real. I didn't even try to shave because God knows I'm not gonna look better than Christian.
You got good taper on that thing though. On that's fresh right there, bro.
That's my boy Nate at Big City Cuts over here in Evans.
All right, shout out to Nate. Shout out to Nate.
Yeah, man. Nate the Great.
Nate the Great. I got my little Dominican spot in town. I usually do when I get my lines all trimmed.
You know he's Puerto Rican. whole mess of Puerto Ricans in there. I love that, man. Puerto Rico's been good to me lately too, man. We got a lot of traction going on in Orlando and Puerto Rico right now. So
that's what's up.
I got an Italian chick that does for me at the barbershop. So I've been with her for years, Gianna. So she's probably better looking than both of you guys. So just saying.
I'd probably give him that for sure.
I'm gonna tell you said that, Godfrey.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, but so when you were, I'm just curious, like, what was your reaction when you saw it? Because I've gotten in trouble before, everybody has. When you saw the beard comment, you're like, this, you know, you took the opportunity to make a video about it. I thought it was an entertaining video.
Oh, I thought the video was super entertaining. I was going to ask you where you got your T-line trimmer at, because that trim was kind of nice.
So, man, that was like a special edition one that I got a couple years ago, honestly. And as soon as I seen it, I was like, man, I got to get this. Because like I said, they used to have to cut them themselves. You take a Dremel, but then hair would get down in there. So like the way that they hooked it up, I was like, man, this is kind of nice.
Yeah. I always wanted myself a nice T-line just to get like above the lip. You know what I mean? I got a ghetto, you know, Amazon $25 buy, something like that or whatever. And as long as you don't drop it, it's fine. But if you ever put it down the sink the wrong way,
clippers, like you're going to be, yeah. And even if you don't think you got them, you put that thing to your head and you cut the hell out of yourself and you'll know, okay, I got to reset them.
Yep.
So it is not fun.
So you went through your whole beard process, which was pretty detailed. And they were like, what was your thought process? I'm going to show these turkeys like how, like, wow, this ain't fake. You know what I mean? Did you just think it would make good content, or you just like, you know what, I just want to respond to these guys. I'm going to respond to them. You know what I mean?
Well, so here's the thing. If I have the time, so a lot of times I don't see all the comments. So like we were going crazy viral at the time. And I found it very important when people say crazy stuff, you don't have to call them out. You don't have to be extremely vicious. But if I have an easy opportunity, like I need to shave anyways, I'm like, all right, cool. Let me throw a camera up, see what happens.
Yeah.
Like I kind of forgot about doing the video. But for me, it's just, I see a lot of people who hate. And it's like, for me, I want to amplify them. I want to put eyes on them because that's truly what they want, right? So let's make them feel special. Right? Because then people will see who they really are. What I found out with a lot of these cats that say stuff, they will then message you and say that they're sorry because they want to say stuff because really what they're trying to do is get likes. They want people to pile on so they feel something, you know, a certain way about themselves.
Yeah.
I've had countless people say, "Oh man, I was just kidding, bro. Like I didn't think you'd really say anything, so that's why I said it." So they expect that you won't say anything. So sometimes I just like to give them a little attention, spotlight them a little bit.
Hey, I mean, it worked.
That
video did pretty well too. Like I said, I found that to be one of the more amusing ones or whatever. Because I'm like, look, like he's like firing right back at somebody that said something about the beard or whatever. I'm like, that's an easy peasy video right there. Just
I didn't even show you guys part 2, but the dude actually in another thread, like they were like those same 3 or 4 people were all up on the page, and he sent a picture of himself back with his beard, talking about this is a real beard, and it was like stringy and just.
Yeah. Not everybody has that. Listen, man, I'm not, you know, mine's not super clean like that or whatever, but you get that tight, like full dark. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And I get where they're coming from. Like Nate really do be hooking it up, but you know,
is that natural color? I'm gonna ask you that one.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going yet. No, trust me, my wife would not let me dye it.
Is it going
sometimes I get like a little patch right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's got this thing, man. She's like excited for me to get a gray beard. I'm like,
what's
wrong with you, dog?
It's a silver fox thing, man.
Don't worry, it's gonna come. It will come. Don't worry.
I think her secret thing is that she just wants me to get like as unapproachable as possible. Just so you don't have to worry. She's like, ain't nobody messing with that.
Yeah.
Gray-haired 300-pound monster over there, dude.
Yeah. So, babe, leave the house in your dirty, grease-filled sweatpants. You can wear that favorite T-shirt. Don't worry about it. Nah, you look great, babe. Come on out. You're good.
Yeah. Nah,
shout out to wifey, man. She was super kind, man. It was great meeting you guys over at Cinema, dude.
Yeah, man. It was a good time. Like I told you guys that, like, we have been dating since we were 13, on and off. Anybody knows us, on and off. And then we stepped apart for about 5 years after after high school, and it ended up kind of reconvening after a couple of failed relationships after that, and it's history ever since. So
sometimes it takes being in situations to understand what you kind of need to do for yourself in order to make a relationship work, right? Like, your own personal experiences will change you for maybe potentially the way that you handle situations moving forward. So you gotta learn from any relationship in life, man. You know,
and I think too, like, not being in that relationship and having that security, it made me like, I just grew a lot. I grew a ton from the time I turned 18, to when I joined the military when I was 23. I just grew tremendously. Like, that 3 years was really where I put my head down and said, man, I got to change my life. You know what I mean? Like, I got to change my life. There's something out there. And that's when I kind of thought, when I have kids, when I have this, when I have that, I want them to be proud of me. I want my family to be proud of me. And I was doing a lot of stuff at that time that didn't have me on that path. And I don't think if I would have been in a serious relationship, it gives you a security blanket, right? It gets you complacent. You're comfortable. Already got this good looking woman. We're having these kids. This is enough for me, right? And I'm glad that I didn't have that, so I could, keep putting one foot in front of the other, and really found out how to be a man and a provider, because I wasn't capable of that before. So very blessed.
Amen.
So what got you into the detailing game, right? In the detailing space, so to speak. What made you jump into that realm, and what were you doing before that?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is, and I talked about this last night, but it's not having anything, bro. Like, my dad kind of instilled in me, like, when you have something of value, then you need to cherish it. It doesn't matter what it is. And I think I definitely had more than some kids, not as much as other ones. I lived kind of two different lives. So I went from I went to a school where there was a lot of more people that had a lot more money than me, right? And then I transitioned to a school where now they looked at me like I had more money, right? Which really which still wasn't true. But I grew up being able to appreciate nice things and the opportunity to get those things and to, preserve those. So I think it came from that. My dad, culture always taught me, hey, clean your car, keep everything nice, blah, blah, blah. And then also you couple that with being a terrible mechanic, bro. Like, I just didn't have it in me. I did not have it in me. My brother was a mechanic, my younger brother mechanic. I don't have that juice, and all my friends were kind of car guys, and I still wanted to act like I was a car guy. So I would just get like cosmetic fixes and learn how to do upholstery and, headliners, car audio, but I couldn't do. Hey, I'm telling you, I was a different cat, man. I used to have the dreads with the Impala on 22-inch Greed Envies.
Hey. What kind of subs were your choice of subs?
I was going to say 2 13.5-inch JL W3s.
Okay,
I mean, you heard me coming, bro.
Yeah, boy.
So,
the MJLs was knocking.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I had a homie, dude, rest in peace. He passed. I think I said it on another podcast, but he liked his JL so much he shouted him out in his yearbook quote. At the end of his quote, he was like, "And shout out to JL, keep knocking." I was like,
oh my God. What a legend.
That's what I said, dude.
But yeah, so, and then, when you turn about 13, you're trying to get some pocket change, right? And one of the people who raised me had a Dodge Neon, man. It was green. And we used to call it the Texas Roadhouse car because she used to just throw everything on the floorboard as you're cruising, us, everybody, right? So
was there a bunch of water bottles in it?
You already know, dude. There was all types of stuff in there.
I'll be Taco Bell fire packets.
Dude, you gotta have it. Yeah. This was before Fire Pack. This is before that. This was Noquito Taco Bell, dog.
Yeah.
Anyways, I clean it out, get a couple bucks, be able to go get some extra cookies and lunch or something like that, and it just kind of worked out. And then the big thing for me was always keeping cars clean. But when I got hit on deployment, I went through a really rough patch. Basically abused for 10 months. Mentally abused. It was a very interesting situation. And they put me on EMI to go illegally put me on EMI, and I had to go clean the duty van. So I'm out there. It's like 120 degrees every day. And I had to clean the duty van every day, wash it, do all this different stuff, right? And it got to the point where being out there in the heat, about to get heat exhaustion was really better than being inside, because I wasn't allowed to talk to people in the hallways. I wasn't allowed to really do anything. And because of the unit that I was in, it was pretty much like you had to fall in line with these people, right? Because if not, they could voluntarily de-screen you at any point in time, and you would have to go home. And that was it. Like, you would get kicked out of the program. I was special operations. So it's just a different type of culture. So like the SEALs, the boat guys, they're there, they run the show. So if they say you are something, then you are that, unless you can prove them wrong. So I endured that for like 10 months. And, 2, 3, 4 times a week, I was cleaning the 3 or 4 duty vehicles that we had. And really, detailing became an escape, like I said, for me, because I would go out there cleaning for an hour or two, and I wasn't in there potentially getting in trouble. Like they wrote me up every single day. I still got the paperwork. It wouldn't matter what it was. They would find something, even if I was trying to do my best. And it was really challenging for me because I had been in situations like that when I was younger, but I had never faced it in the military. When I joined the military, I was perfect, man. I was the best in the world at my job, and I made sure I was, because I talked about it before, but it was my goal to kind of build a bank up, because it was really refreshing when you're in the military. You hit all these different wickets, right? And every time I hit one, I could call back home and say it was like proof that I was changing my life.
Okay.
I called my dad, called other people who raised me and say, hey, look, I got this medal. Hey, look, I'm an E4 now, E5 now, record time. Hey, look, I just got picked up by the SEAL teams. One of the youngest people to ever get picked up as an E4. So I had all these metrics to say that I am somebody, right? And that was the first time where I got hit with something once I was in the military that was like, oh, man, I'm having a hard time getting up. So went through that for 10 months, did the duty vans, ended up getting back. I thought everything was going to die down. I started looking around. I saw the whispers and stuff like that. They came to me and said, hey, you're either going to have to go to captain's mess, which is like a couple steps before going to a court martial, kind of. And, you talk to the CO, and he makes a determination on if you're going to get like actual punishment and stuff like that, or you're going to go out to, or you can voluntarily de-screen. Well, during deployment, we had bought a house. I couldn't sell my house. I knew I was going to lose money on that, et cetera, et cetera. I did a lot of stupid stuff that I shouldn't have done on a first deployment. So I had to take ownership of that, right? But I said, all right, let's go to captain's mess. Long story short, they found out that it was found out that they lied about everything. So it was a crazy story. But there was another person in the room with me when they said that I did this lie, that he was the type of guy who can't lie. Right? You ever meet them people and they're real good at computers, or they're real good at stuff, and you just know, like, that guy is just not even capable of having the emotional capacity to really even tell a lie, right?
Yeah. So he says something, you're like, I gotta believe this guy.
100%. And like, he just wouldn't do it. He just would not do it. Everything in that guy's life was black and white, right? And so they did this investigation that finally came out, and then there's a whole funny story. I talk about it on other platforms, but anyways, long story short, they were like, where you want to go? This command, there's only 400 people. You stick out like crazy. We're gonna have to we got to get you out of here, because you're never gonna do well ever again at this command. Oh, okay. This is my wife.
Hi guys.
What up?
Look, Christian, she want to say hi. She probably heard us
what
talking.
Up, yeah.
You were talking about me?
Yeah, talking about mess, dude, about how you were.
All love. We were being kind.
How you wanted me to have a gray beard because you're a weirdo.
Oh yeah, Santa. He's gotta be Santa.
I didn't tell him that. Got the Santa thing, dude. I don't know what the deal is.
Listen, y'all can save that for after the pod.
No, dude.
Mr. and Mrs. Claus thing. Y'all do what you need to do,
Yeah, so when we came back, that was 2017, 2018. I said I want to go to Georgia because it's only 8 hours from Indiana. We can go to the ocean. We can go to Disney or whatever. So they sent me there. I could only go to certain places because of my job and the type of jobs I can get. And slowly transitioned out. But I had this neighbor across the street that saw me detailing my car all the time, cleaning out the wife's van and everything like that. And he said, when are you going to let me pay you? One day I let him pay me. And it was a time where I was transitioning out, trying to figure out what I was going to do. Got a couple $100. And I looked at my wife and I said, man, I think this is it. So started doing it, you know, a little bit, neighbor there, made my first logo, got real good at Canva.
Hey, shout out to Canva.
Yeah, had to get Canva. Dude, you see that new Affinity suite?
Yeah.
Dude, that thing is serious.
Yeah, dude.
Anyways, so got real good at Canva and started doing TikTok as you know, that thing started going. And long story short, I know I keep saying that, it's dragging on, but ended up posting a video, waking up 70,000 followers. I made a video for my dad, and I just been grinding ever since then to continue to kind of give back, because I was going.
That was in the beginning. You caught that big wave on those videos right off the gate.
About a year in or so into like you know, really detailing. I was posting a bunch of crappy videos, but we ended up posting one and it just went crazy.
Was that the goal with you from the beginning though? Because you're like a real task-oriented guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't have intention for that at that point. You weren't kind of forecasting, I wanted to try to like get this thing to pop like that from a social media perspective at all.
No, I didn't even have social media until like 2017, because I was on Teams and stuff. They actually couldn't find me because I actually don't ever go by my real name. So I had really no digital footprint except for a picture in the newspaper when I graduated, because I led a speech. Wow. So I put it out there, and I've always been YouTube. Like I used to beatbox, I opened for bands, things like that. So I had channels. Yeah.
That's what's up. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah. So that, you know, I think most people that know me, they're probably not surprised that I've had some sort of success online and stuff like that, because I feel like I've always just carried myself like a person that can hold a conversation, that can entertain, you know, as a class clown, that type of thing. So I think it all worked out. It was all meant to be. And but the biggest thing is that I tell people is that was like the hardest time of my life, and I still struggle with it. I'm getting better now, but I was actually having, I would say, very traumatic episodes, because when I got back, I just felt like such a failure, bro. Like all this stuff from when I was a kid, all the times that I was getting in trouble from teachers and stuff like that. And I just remember, like, as a kid, man, I used to get suspended in elementary school, and it was like, man, I messed up again.
That's a young age to feel that way, bro. It's a young age to feel that way.
So when that came out, and I was like, wow, I tried this and failed. Like, I'm a failure. I just lost all my best friends. It is different being in Spec Ops, bro. And I just was like really having a hard time with it. Well, once again, I was able to fall back into detailing. And, you know, then I got the following. I found a new community to serve. And truthfully, that's what I'm trying to do to this day, is just continue to give back. That's what I do with my website. That's really my whole mission once I transition out.
I think that's a beautiful thing that you do, dude. I mean, there's not many people that come into the game and do that the way you do it. I mean, it's like, so everything that you do, from what I've gotten, at least from getting to know you over the past couple of weeks or whatever, I mean, everything is kind of about giving back, right? Like, it's a big thing for you. Like, I mean, we had a conversation. I was even asking you, like, you know, hey man, you want me to get you something set up, whatever. Like, listen, man, like, you got analytics, like, you watch a video, it does good or whatever, do me a favor, I'll just shoot you over charity, like, pass something off as a donation. Like, that's we dealt with a lot of people. Nobody's ever said that before, bro. And I think that's what makes you unique, genuinely.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And I think one thing that I'm starting to see that's like powerful in my life, and I've seen it before, but it's like almost like you start to believe it after, you know, 35 years. Once I put my mind to something, it's like it has to happen. Like I make it happen. I remember I was failing math in 8th grade, and by the time I got to 8th grade, if I was late to a class, I would get 2 detentions, 2 in schools, and 2 out of school suspensions. Just anytime I got in trouble, that, like, they had everything and it stacked like that.
Damn.
So I kept getting suspended, kept getting in trouble, kept doing this, kept doing that. And I had this math teacher, man, he kept riding me. And it's almost like the worst thing you can ever do to me is tell me that that I'm not going to be anything, you know what I'm saying? Or that I'm not supposed to be where I'm at. So I kind of, you know, maybe started feeling that vibe. He was a good guy, but maybe he knew how to get that out of me.
Yeah.
And I ended up turning it around and having like the best grade in that class. And we had some advanced honors type people.
It's crazy how, like, sometimes, like, that's the spark that turns somebody around, man.
Everybody has to find that spark, you know.
But certain teachers can pull that out of you, you know. I talked to somebody earlier today. They were saying the same thing about a teacher that, like, was a really big impact in their life. And as soon as like they got done going through this class, all of a sudden they started looking at things differently.
Yeah, man. I think for me, like, I've just been so blessed, man. I've just had so many people that have just seen that in me. Like when I couldn't even see it, when I was being a knucklehead. And that's why when I say, you know, Terre Haute, Indiana, like I was literally raised by a community. You'll see, I always talk about my pops, but when I say the people who raised me, because there was literally people who raised me, like whether it was my friends' parents that I called mom or whoever, you know, friends of my dad, other people who really took on a full-time role when they had no business doing it. People have literally sacrificed their own ability to feed themselves to make sure that I was good and like we're not even blood. And I think once you are able to step back and recognize how fortunate you are and all that, it's like, why wouldn't I want to get back? Because the reason why it's ingrained into me, my dad for 30-something years has worked at juvenile corrections. I know you don't like when I call that, but boys and girls schools, helping youth, troubled youth, right? And I saw that, like, he's a hero. My dad is a professional bodybuilder. If you talk about losing weight and stuff like that, he's a hero. People look at him and he's like a superstar. So I had that. And on the other end of the spectrum, I had a couple other key people in my life, school teachers, CEOs of nonprofit, happiness bags, stuff like that, that help people with mental and special physical disabilities. So when I made the decision to go into the military, it was, I want to have a piece of that. I want, when I have kids, I want them to look at me like I look at these great people who raised me and changed my life. And now that I feel like in a good position, I'm like, I just want to give back, because now I see it where, okay, now I'm in a position where I actually could help somebody, right? I think about it when I think about giving and donations, the fact that I think I'm probably at like 300,000 followers right now. And one of the things I think about is like, if I just got $1 raised for each one of the people for her charity, it would literally change people's life, bro, overnight.
Yeah.
And you hear it all the time. So I started thinking like that. And I'm like, man, maybe I can do something.
Well, you did a video the other day about it, right? Last week or whatever it was, right?
Yeah. We dropped the video about Happiness Bad. They had their grand opening. So it was a big piece of that. Yeah.
Yep. No, that's awesome, dude. I love that about you, bro. Don't change that, how you got that at your age or whatever, because I still consider you a young lad, you know, compared to Godfrey and myself or whatever. But I mean, God bless you, man. The world needs more people like you. That's,
for sure.
You're doing the most good, brother.
So man. How did you come up with your company name?
That detail shop?
Detail guy, or like I feel like that detail guy is your main thing that you're known by, and then the detail shop is coming, and then
yeah.
How long's the shop been around for, too?
Shoot, man. I mean, really, we probably started it right at a year ago this time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's short.
Yeah, I mean, really,
you're making some waves, bro. You're making some waves in a year.
So you're talking about like my actual detailing business, or
no? I'm talking about the shop.
Oh, the shop. Yep.
Like that.
That detail shop. Yeah, that's not even really a year. We're talking like 8 months, probably.
Good for you, bro.
So
good for you.
Yeah, because I'm an idiot and I sit on new websites and new stuff. And
we weren't gonna say nothing about that part of it.
It is, bro. But yeah, so came up with a name. Just thinking about stuff in conversation, like, hey, you know, what's the detailer guy's name? And it's like, oh, that detail guy. Like, what was his name? You know, so I was like, all right, that's what I wanted. And I looked it up and I saw a bunch of people kind of had some similar stuff, like the detail guy or the detailer or whatever. So I was like, I'm just going to take the E out of it. It still says the same. And I think that's a good thing and a bad thing, because when I go on podcasts or stuff like that, people usually spell it wrong. But it's a good thing because it makes me super unique, right? So on the internet, I'm going to stick out. If you search that detail guy, I'm 101.
Right.
So it was good in the beginning, I think.
So, you know, wanted to ask you content style, right? A lot of people, I mean, that's how I first met you, seeing you do content. A lot of people, I think, have met you at first with your content, right? They really got in front of them. So your content style, like, you know, you've done some controversial videos, done some non-controversial ones, done some fun ones, done all types, right? Like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people listening want to know, like, what was the thought behind, like, you know, the Coach Kemi video was a big one, right? Like, a lot of people, there's a lot of action on that video, a lot of back and forth. I see a lot of people did a lot of duets with you, or they stitched. I think I'm saying it wrong. They stitched it there.
Yeah.
Like, What was the idea behind it? I mean, obviously, when you make content, right, you want people to react to it. I mean, old school thought is, I'm an old school Howard Stern fan, but he used to get people to call up and just to hate on him to listen, and that means he would say, well, that means you're doing something because
you got haters in the comments, man. You're doing something right, bro.
You don't have to. So my question, like, being a process driven guy, was it, hey man, I was just passionate about the subject, or what was, how do you pick your content style and then go, hey, like, this is the video I want to make?
So I will say that that video is not my most successful one, but I think it was the most impactful one when it comes to this community for whatever reason. And I still can't necessarily put my finger on it because I've done videos similar to that against Adam's Car Care.
Yeah, but like I don't mean to interrupt you. I would say my point, like where I would think it is like I think Coach is like they're like one of the brands now that's really been on the come up over the past couple of years. So I think like Adams isn't anything compared to what they were 10 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever,
That's what I'm saying. Like, so 5 years ago when I started making content, it was Adams. So,
but did the social media have the wave that it has now 5 years ago?
I mean, so I was getting millions of views on the Walmart videos, and that's really what that's really what this came from.
Superior products in Walmart, right?
Before I even knew about superior products, my first videos that went crazy were just going into Walmart and telling people, when everybody was sick, everybody was at home during that time, telling people what products to buy, right? And all I heard was, you're not a real detailer. Real detailers don't shop at Walmart. Real detailers buy Adams. Real detailers Zeus, right? And that's when I really started understanding, like, what the hell's going on with this community, bro? Like, I'm just trying to use Mother's VLR and clean this whole car inefficiently. I don't care, bro. I'm trying to make $75 so that I can go get, something to drink and some extra whatever.
Right.
And so that's when I started looking into it. And I think I felt a certain type of way because then it was like, oh shoot, I'm an underdog. We're all underdogs. Us that shop at Walmart. I've never been fancy. This shirt is from Sam's Club, bro. And like that, I wore tall tees and blank t-shirts and whatever it is, like K-Swiss. Everybody else had Jordan. So I think I started kind of
I think K-Swiss is a decent brand. Okay. Let's not diss on K-Swiss.
When's the last time you saw it?
I'm a Reebok boy, man. So I'm not the man to have this conversation.
I know Gary Vee is like
$60, $80
or something like that. No, but K-Swiss is like a mid brand. It ain't that bad, you know what I mean?
A fresh pair of K-Swiss are the shit, bro. I'm sorry, but
I'm just saying, like that was the highlight of where I was at,
Right.
So I think I just got tired of hearing it, man. And then really KCX is the new guy in town because it's funny how people switch, right? People say, well, Adams isn't any good now. What changed? Just the store they sell at. But those people had to hop off of that. But the thing is, I did a whole expose and explained to them that he was trying to sell the brand 4 years into it. Because it was like a whole thing, right? I had a whole series on that. So that, like, I don't know, so anyways, I made the video. I didn't think it was going to go that crazy, but it was really just to stick it to those people and be like, dude, the whole thing, it's the chemicals, it's the people behind the chemicals, not the chemicals. I'll say this about most brands, and I've said it to at SEMA, where everybody knows that this stuff is very, very similar, right? The difference is the people that are willing to reinvest in this community, right? I almost guarantee that you guys don't see a giant ROI doing these podcasts, right?
Right.
But you guys are here talking, having a good time, dapping it up, talking to people in the chat. You're putting in work, right? And a lot of brands, they're not doing that unless they see a dollar sign attached to it. And that's one thing I really like about, like, just being a part of this whole network and stuff like that. So I made that video really just to stick it to those people, right? And I've been trying to tell them that, like, it's all about money. It's all about money when you get to that level, guys. Like, they don't care about you like that. Like, you care about them so much.
I know.
They don't, man. They don't care that you spent. They don't care like you think they do. I don't want to say that they don't care about their people, but they don't care about you personally, right?
Right. When you get to a certain size as an organization, right? Like at a certain point, I think even if on the ground level, if you're like, yo, we're going to make sure we have, like, for us, right? As we grow, the biggest thing for us, and Godfrey to speak to it, like, it's always about like the customer experience.
Oh,
right?
It gives me anxiety because we want to touch everyone, but we just can't. It's impossible. And we feel, I know Christian and I feel guilty if we can't. You know what I mean? Almost to a point where we feel like we owe it to that. We owe that experience to them. You know, I think Christian would agree with me. And
it don't matter, bro. I mean, me and Godfrey do it. Like, we'll be on a phone call with somebody for 45 minutes over a $20 VDK.
I called you. You didn't know my number. You picked up the phone.
Right.
Easy day.
Right.
You know,
I got you locked in now, though, dog. I got you locked in now.
I pick up the phone all the time. I'm always cursing out telemarketers because they get me because I got it. I'm like,
they got you in the chat, Godfrey.
You got to answer, dude.
I'm like, come on, man. I can't. You know, it's like, but it's just like,
wants to touch everyone.
Wants to touch everyone. Ha ha. Yeah. There's always someone, right?
Always, surprise from whoever.
Figuratively speaking, let me put that on record. Figuratively speaking.
But most of my content strategy was, and anytime I'm about to do an announcement, I got a couple of things I want to clean up. I just have a bunch of content I haven't put out, more Walmart, more Harbor Freight, whatever. But I've really just been using that as a weapon for like the last 2 or 3 years. So I'll start a series if I'm about to make an announcement, like a new product, a new app, because I know it's going to get me motion. But I really hate doing the videos because they get so redundant and people get tired of it, right? I wanted to do other stuff. I wanted to do ASMR content. I wanted to do all this stuff. But you get really niche down when you get to certain platforms. And it's like, so you're stuck between, okay, do I want this to be worth my time? Like, what am I doing this for, right? What is the why? So I made that video kind of just to show people really explicitly that this stuff is all very, very similar. It's all very, very simple for the most part. Hats off to these guys that are making it. But I just saw an opportunity and I just kind of took it. I had another video that I never put out, which I was going to show you. I was going to kind of mislead people a little bit and show them that you can use super clean so that you can neutralize super clean and use it on the interiors. Because that's another thing, right? That the old school guys say, you can't neutralize it, right? So I'll just tell y'all the trick is I was going to dilute it, but I was going to dilute it in vinegar, right? So if you mix super clean and vinegar 1-to-1, it's a 7 on the pH scale. So it's another way to trick people into learning about chemistry. And that's really what that video was about.
Sure.
There's just a lot of extra stuff wrapped around that to get your attention. I got 1.8 seconds to get your attention on a short form video.
Yeah, that's true. And
that's a lot of times, that's the analyst coming in you, man.
Always, bro.
You can't get away from it.
A lot of times too, it's about informing and having a little entertainment mixed in. There's nothing wrong with that, right? To keep it fun. But you bring up the Harbor Freight thing. That's videos that I've been fascinated by lately. Is the whole Harbor Freight versus Snap-on and all these things, you know, because you can get cheaper stuff at Harbor Freight. And I always found that fascinating because, like, especially for tools, like those type of tools, hand tools.
Yeah, but anybody's been rocking out with Harbor Freight for a while. You know, Harbor Freight, like a couple years back, they're like, nah, we're not selling shit this cheap no more. And they kind of like, you know what I mean? They adjusted their price points a little bit. I mean, you go on Harbor Freight now and try to buy a walk behind, tool chest or whatever, big ass tool chest. They'll get you for a G on them things easy.
They pulled the
old out the door with them things for $500, top and bottom.
They pulled the Walmart. They went in there, grabbed the business, and they're like, time to roll the places back up. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's what they do. And but I always still find it that the quality difference could be so similar. But it shows you people like to buy brands too. They like to buy from people too. They do.
It's the people. It's the people and the experience that you have behind brands. I think that makes a difference.
So the thing, it's gotten me in trouble, right? The whole value mindset. It turned me into I have to be value. The only way that I could make real money selling detailing products is if I come up with a brand and nobody knows I own it.
Right.
That's it. That's it for me. But there's been a lot of guys. I think that you guys taught me a lot at SEMA, talking to you guys about your system. I really learned a lot from you guys. And then I would say there's probably nobody bigger that's taught me that some of my logic was wrong than Nighthawk.
Hey, shout out to Chris, man.
Yeah, man, because he's one of the dudes that truly makes great, valuable stuff at 16 ounces. And my phrase used to be, and it still is a lot of times, you don't want to pay $16 for 16 ounces. But he's got a rental set that sits in a 16-ounce bottle that's $8.96 to 1.
It's wild.
So
it's wild.
So
I think I talked to him today. I mean, I'm not speaking on what he's got going on, but he got something that's double that.
Oh, I already know.
He's wild, bro.
Trust me, I'm trying to get him to let Honest hold that.
Yeah. That's a good play.
I've already been talking to him.
Yeah, that's a good play.
Shoot.
I was talking to him today, so I'll make sure I mention it. I talked to him.
But the problem is he's making all that in his bathtub. So
yeah, I know.
I'm like, dude, I'm just playing. I'm gonna keep telling people that.
Chris is the man, bro.
Yeah, he's a great
I
dude.
met him for the first time at SEMA, bro. I mean, that
Yeah.
dude, I called him today or whatever. I mean, Chris is one of them guys, man. You could be transparent with him. I mean, you know, I told him straight up after I met him at SEMA, I sent him a message like, yo, bro, it was an honor to meet you in person. Like, you're even more of a stand-up guy.
That's what they describe Chris as. He'll give the shirt off his back to you.
100%.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
100%, bro. He's a real one.
I mean, and that's a dude who I think it was 3 nights ago. I was on the phone with him at 3 a.m. because he was just up, and we're on the different time.
I've had those phone calls with Chris.
Listen, I was on the phone. It was the craziest night. So that was one of the nights I was supposed to be working on my website. I saw one of my distributors who was on a live down in Florida, crazy Puerto Rican guys. So I hopped on that. I saw one of my guys from Fine Labs. I was like, why the hell are you up? It's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But he's West Coast. So I ended up hopping on a call with him, and I messaged Chris earlier. So I ended up talking to these dudes until it was like 5:30 in the morning. We're just talking about detailing and stuff, bro. So
that brings up the other question is what made you want to start a product line, right? You know, so you're detailed, you're getting into detail, now you're starting a product line, you want to start a store. What made you want to start doing that?
Now, what do you mean by product line? You talking about like the textiles and stuff?
Well, you got foam cannons. I see you got all kinds of stuff you can offer people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll tell you what happened. So this time last year, I'd already not successfully passed one of my tests for work. So I had to start thinking. I had to start kind of planning something else, life beyond working for the government, right? And I was getting ready to prepare for my second shot at passing, tests for work. And I was getting really nervous, and we had a hurricane that hit last November here in Georgia. And I got a call basically from Amazon during that time. I swear I thought it was a scam. And they were like, hey, we'll pay you 10 grand to do, 2 videos. I'm like, no way. Right. And that was like kind of just a sign that like, hey, everything's gonna be all right. Maybe I hadn't made a video at that point in time for like a year.
Wow. I
was done making videos. I had not touched my TikTok. I had the 100,000 followers, but they were just sitting there. People still watch my old content. I would still, I make very searchable content. So I make videos that people will continue to watch for years. And that's how it's always been. I usually don't have the crazy viral stuff.
Smart.
So that's just the analyst part. One of the reasons that helped me is I would hide stuff in the videos that you'll never see, keywords and stuff outside of the frame. So, I know that anyways, you want to get into it, my craziness. So
I respect it, bro. I really do. I told you that when I met you. I was like, bro, it's so cool to meet you in person.
Yeah.
Now I like understand how your mind works a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. But for me, it was how do I monetize my following, right? Like a lot of people have. How do I monetize the following that I have and try to but do it for good, right? How do I make money but like try to help people at the same time? And I was like, well, I can use my analytical skills. I can go track down whole numbers. I can go figure out where people are getting all their products, right? And let me see kind of if I can get better deals and maybe try to sell things a little bit more cost effective. And you can't do it on every single product.
Right.
But one thing that opened my eyes to it, and a lot of people may not even realize that this was me. I was in 2 Facebook groups. I think it was Detail Freaks. They probably kicked me out since then. And another one was like Auto Detailers of Facebook or something like that. And I went and bought, I think, 4 cases of MJJC foam cannons. When how they came out with the V2 and they were going for like $90. I was like, guys, this is stupid. So I shipped them to people's doors for $50 for no reason, just because I wanted to, just because you could, right? I made like $10 a foam cannon. It is what it is, just to prove a point. Like to me, I was like, yeah, I feel good about it. And that's really what started those relationships over there, seeing that like, oh, this is really a thing. So like it's easy. And the more that I've learned about it, it kind of sucks sometimes being that value thing, right? Because it'd be a lot more fun to sell my foam cannon for $89. It really would be, right?
Sure.
Make dang near double the profit, right?
Sure. You gonna flip twice as many though?
I'm sure a couple of people that know my manufacturer wishes that I wouldn't be the loudmouth that ruined their day. I'll just leave it at that.
Right.
But that was the point. It was like, I want to drive down the price, man. These people were charging $110 a foam cannon. So we got back on that again. And it was like, how do I reinvest this $10,000 opportunity I got back into the community? I'm like, we could have went to the beach. We could have got the kids something crazy for Christmas. They already were taken care of. I was like, let me just take this opportunity and kind of start this kind of mission, right? And so I came up with that detail shop. I didn't even have the name before I bought my first products. I was trying to get it before Christmas. Ended up not even really launching everything until like probably February. But that's really what it was. It was like just being opportunistic and trying to make something out of this. And really it was about survival, right? Thought I was going to lose my job. I still probably will lose my job here in a couple of weeks because we switched over contracts and I finally passed my test, but I'm still probably going to lose my job because of the paperwork and stuff. I should be able to get bounced back, but I mean, everything that I put out about that whole series and everything like that is 100% real. Like for 3 years, I've been on a waiver to really be able to do my job, and it's taken a lot out of me. So I was like, I have to find another career pivot. I have to see if social media is a thing for me, right? So I put my head down. I got to work.
Nice.
Oh, big shout out to you for doing it, dog. Because you're doing it good. You're doing it big.
Trying, bro.
I'd say you're one of the most influential guys that came into the game this year, hands down. I mean, I don't really think there's many other new people that came in the spot that really are doing it like that, right? Like, I think the young boy Hud Archer came in, started doing some stuff, right? I mean, I feel like he got a lot of traction this year, but I mean, as far as content creation goes on a regular basis, I mean, I really can't think of anybody else off the top of my head. I mean, that's new in the game, really like that, that really came in, like, because I consider this. You consider this your breakout year for the most part, or no?
I think it's just me coming back, right? So I mean, when everybody was sick and everything like that, and at the house, I mean, that's really when I jumped on the scene. But I think I've made a conscious effort. Like, I'm here because I wanted to be. You know, like I was in the shadows doing my thing, still the same guy, but I was like, I have to jump out here and get on these different circuits. And, you know, I be honest, I looked around, I called some other people, do I want to do podcasts? Do I want to do that circuit? Right. Like, I looked at it. Right. And then I started thinking about it like, well, what makes me different? Right. Why would anybody want to watch my content? And that's what kind of led to the Pen the Organizer video. And that's when I kind of said what I needed to say out loud. And the difference is Jamie and Eddie said, all right, cool. Like, we're actually going to call this dude and we're going to make something happen because we see it. I've asked that same thing out of a lot of different people. I said, all I want to do is give back. All I want to do, my dream is to raise money for charity. If somebody wants to help me do that, then I will do a chemical line and I won't do it until then. Okay. And Jamie and Eddie called me and said, all right, let's do it. Why wouldn't I?
It's one thing about those two, man. They definitely they take risks with stuff like that. And God bless them.
Yeah. So Chris, it's about that time. It's about that time for
I guess we got to move into a little speed round with you, bro.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get it done.
Fresh AF, boy. Fresh AF, boy.
I don't think you have any idea how
fresh
I really am.
Let's go.
What are you, a little fresh at the end? What was that?
It's a bit there, man. We never changed the banner. We got to work on that.
Yeah, that's all right. It's like a Picasso. It's beautiful by accident or something.
It's the original. It's like we're the original version of Crossroads from Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like, it's not that great, but it's still good. You know,
got a lightning around here. We're gonna go first. Steamer versus extractor. Which do you pick?
It's a hard one because my steamer is an extractor. I have the Desiderio Plus
I was gonna say,
from Italy, and it does both.
You find yourself using a steamer more or an extractor more?
I don't use it a whole lot because it's always broken. Because it's from Italy, bro. So I probably would. I just use them both. It's almost impossible to use it without using both.
Gotcha.
So steamer, probably if I had to lean toward steamer, because as you get, I think, deeper in your detailing journey, you realize you don't really need to be soaking things down like that. You hit it with a pre-spray, and then really you're just extracting or sucking up enough of that pre-spray, and that's really it.
Yep.
So you don't want to baptize it in mud, right? That's what makes sense.
No, man.
Yeah, some people think that,
dirt and liquid, man. Mud. I don't care what kind of liquid you put in it, but dirt and liquid is mud.
Yeah. But a steamer will absolutely save your life on a detail.
I try to tell guys all the time. Yeah, I try to tell guys all the time. It's like, you got to have one in your arsenal because when the time comes that you need it, you're going to regret the fact that you didn't have it.
Yeah. So what product do you want to try but haven't yet?
I mean, outside of it, I need to get another steamer and extractor. So they got one, man. That thing's like think it's like 2,500 or something. I really need to get a new one of those. I think I'm about to buy some GSF this weekend and see why the hell people want to buy that all the time, because I might be working on something. So probably some GSF.
You heard it first.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
GSF. Oh, yeah. What type of steamer are you looking for, by the way?
If you go to vaporclean.com, it's one of those. It's got like a UV in it. So I'm trying to decide if I want to go that route, or they have one that's a little bit cheaper. So I think that one's like $19.99, $2,300, and then there's another one. So I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I'm trying to talk to Vapor Clean anyways, and that might be something anyways, like for distribution, trying to see what that looks like.
Yeah. We've been talking about
in the world.
We've been talking about it for a while with steamers, man.
Hey, if you guys trust me, if you guys want to do it, I'll do it, because I've been looking at it for the site too. So
we'll talk after the pod for sure.
Favorite cartoon as a kid?
Oh my gosh, bro! I used to watch nothing but cartoons.
All right.
Man, dude, I'm trying to think like one that comes in my head.
I always love these.
Man, probably like I want to say like Ed, and Eddie.
Okay.
Rugrats.
So you're from that era, that Nickelodeon era, right there.
Yeah, for
you're
sure.
Like that's right before Ren and Stimpy, right? Like because Ren and Stimpy was probably a little bit before the Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
Right. Like Doug, like you mess with Doug or no?
Yeah. Little Doug. When I think about the favorite show as a kid, though, you're gonna laugh, but it was Mary Kate and Ashley.
For real?
Swear to God, bro, I used to wake up every Saturday morning and watch Mary Kate and Ashley.
Get the hell out of here, bro.
Did not expect that answer.
Bro, you could have given me 100 guesses. I'd have never got that shit.
I'm blanking, but when I thought about it, like I know it's not a cartoon, but that's the first thing that came to my mind.
No shit, dude.
That's with Mary Kate and Ashley, bro.
That's crazy, bro. That's funny.
Yeah.
We get some good answers with that question.
I don't know why that's the first thing that popped.
Fantasy card. Ultimate card that you can have.
I don't have one, bro.
No.
I would just want like I don't know, man. I'm so practical. I don't think I'd ever have like a fantasy card. It's just not. It's just
like
so against
05 CRV or something like that. Used 05 CRV.
Hey, I got a CRV right now.
Hey.
I swear to God, bro.
All right.
Probably just get like a new Tahoe or something. Just a big body,
that's not a bad car.
Drive the kids around.
Yeah,
something like that.
I can see you in a big body Tahoe for sure.
Yeah.
Can't be
worst card of detail.
Oh man, it's a Chevy, not Trailblazer,
Tracks,
Arcadia or something like that. You know the ones that got the dang tracks and you.
Bro, shout out to my homie. I just told him the other day, he was shopping for a car and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get a
Traverse
terrain." Dude, it's a plastic track on the floor, bro. You could throw your whole body into that shit and it don't move, bro.
Man,
how you expect a mom with 2 kids holding groceries and a baby in her hand to be able to slide that seat back or whatever?
Well, that's the thing, right? Because the kids dump crumbs in there and then they get all ground up.
The crown goes in there. You drop a crown in that track, bro. Yeah.
And then you hit it with some steam, it'll light your whole nasal passage up. I'm trying to tell y'all.
That's a fact. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that goes in those tracks, bro. It's a terrible design, bro. Terrible design.
Find old lighters you lost or something like, Nah,
you ain't gonna find that in a Traverse, man. You find fries, pieces like little Pokemon cards, plastic rings, little things you get out the little 25-cent twisty joints,
I was detailing these people Suburban. I found like 10 Nintendo Switch games one time. They gave me $100 tip. They were like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know this where they were all at."
10 games. That's crazy.
Swear to God, man.
You find some wild stuff in cars when you're detailing, bro.
Ranch or blue cheese? Which one?
Ranch.
Ranch. All right.
Ranch.
He gave that look like he don't mess with blue cheese at all.
I know. I mean, I might eat it on a burger if I'm feeling weird or something, but yeah, it's ranch.
All right. Speaking of weird, Crocs or not?
You be crocking. He be crocking. I know he be crocking. I seen him in a video the other day.
I actually wear. So I always tell people you don't wear Crocs on a detail, but like your normal Crocs. That's just unprofessional. That's how I was raised. But I do have the Croc tennis shoes, and they are very nice for detailing. So they have like something that look a little bit more sophisticated. I'm not talking about the clogs or anything like that, but they do have a nice tennis shoe, and those are very nice for detailing.
When you do wear the Crocs, do you put it in 5-speed mode or sport mode?
Bro, it's all about recovery at that point. I got the new ones, and they got that layer.
Extra,
I mean, because it takes a lot. I mean, I am 100% disabled. Like my shoulder will go out, my back, everything. So you know, you had sent out there detail for 10, 15 hours. I'm putting my feet in them things. I ain't sliding in. I'm sliding in them.
Yeah. You do. So I mean, like you said, your shoulder goes out on you.
Yeah, so I have an AC joint issued. I need surgery in that, and I got 2 herniated discs in my back, and I'm overweight, right? Like that's the big thing. So we just like Godfrey, it was great hearing about your journey because I'm starting mine again. So I lost 100 pounds to join the military, and you know went through that real depressive state when I got out and everything, and I gained it back. So we're slowly, I think we're down like 13 pounds right now. I don't like to tell anybody about it, but
congratulations, bro.
Yeah, we're trying to. I'm trying to get your size, Christian, next time I go.
Let's say, man. I mean, I personally thought you were looking a little bit slimmer. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Or whatever. You know.
Don't tell nobody.
No, wifey. Wifey getting big. Don't worry. He's not losing any weight at all.
She's trying to keep it looking like Santa Claus with a gray beard and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Red robes. You know.
You gotta watch her. You gotta watch her. She's nuts.
So ketchup on eggs? Yes or no?
No, but I do put ketchup on spaghetti.
Wow. Wow. Are you serious?
Good job, man.
No, that was a wild
co-sign that one. I can't even co-sign that.
Listen, there wasn't even a need to say it. You know what I mean? He just, I'm gonna air it out and just say what it is. You know.
Well, my wife likes a more drier spaghetti, and I like it to have a little bit more sauce to it. So one time I tried it. I don't put a lot on there, but it also cools it down a little bit too.
Okay.
So I can eat it. It is what it is.
I like
tomato sauce. Like you put like if there's like sauce with it, you just squirt a little dab of ketchup on there, just add a little extra.
Yeah, so she makes it a little bit more. I like it kind of more runny, and she makes it a little bit drier. So I'll put that in there to even it out.
Okay.
And especially reheated or something like that. She thinks I'm weird. Everybody thinks I'm weird. That's a
wild play, but whatever. I mean, it's not ketchup on eggs, so I co-sign it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be safe to say the poll would favor if you had to choose one of the two, ketchup on eggs over ketchup on spaghetti. But I get it. I like my spaghetti with sauce all through it.
Right.
I need. You know, I don't like when people are stingy with the sauce or it's just like slightly touched by it, like that. I don't like that at all. Like I'm like, yo,
the noodles
being stingy with the sauce.
Yeah, the noodles are dry and shit. Like the sauce is dry. I get it.
Yeah. So speaking of,
you said that ketchup makes it sweeter. Yeah, it definitely does, man.
Yeah.
Depending on it. So.
Candy corn, yes or no?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, it's like colored wax.
Listen, I feel like we're half and half, man. Some people love it, other people it's either yes or no. It's like new car nectar for us.
So many better candies out there. Like why? It's like that hard candy at your grandma's house. Like, you only ate it because you were there.
I will house a whole bag of that shit.
I can't do it, man. That one is. I eat a lot of things, and that can't be one of them, bro.
Yeah. Crap. You know, be getting stuck in between the teeth and all that, man. Rinseless or nah?
You know, Chris has got me on rinseless a little bit. I don't do full rinseless washes, but I will use CTX now. I tried it on interiors. It's not for me because I like foamy cleaners. But it works, and it works so well that you're just like, I want to get into rinseless washing. I think when you do ceramics, bro. I think when you do ceramic coatings and everything, it just comes natural, and it should be a part of that maintenance package, right? Yeah. Because I'm interior first detailer and not exterior, which is stupid, I know.
We don't believe that stupid here at BioBombs. We support the interior first.
Yeah, we're pro interior.
The guy, I'm telling you, I've made a lot of waves about smells. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Interior first, man. Like, listen, a lot of people are afraid to attack the interiors because they're going to be more work. But I feel like they're more steady stream of income personally because dudes don't want to tackle it.
So for me, detailing is about giving back also, and there's not a better way to transform a vehicle and make somebody feel good about the inside.
See it the most. You see it the most, right?
That and headlights. If you want a visual transmission, it's headlights.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
100%. So anytime I have somebody or I'm trying to coach them or tell them, that's where you start. First thing you ever want to learn how to do is headlights.
Yeah. So
exterior for sure. Headlights are.
Now, if you want your own shop, you want to have employee people, you want to do stuff like that, then you have to do ceramic coatings, you have to do paint correction, PPF, tint. You know, that's when you start picking up them other things.
Yeah, for sure. Which is a whole other animal, bro.
Go-to playlist in the trenches.
I make my own music. I make my own music most of the time, but So
you know, like a MIDI pad, just like making like beats, like what
you use a little MIDI pad, like exactly.
We do a lot of stuff right now, a lot of experimentation. So a lot of people don't realize it, but a lot of the videos,
slow jam video game beats, like like the pause menu on the games, like the the Streets of Rage type of stuff. If you play Streets of Rage 2, stuff like that.
I think that's why I get frustrated when certain videos don't go off. So like all the honest videos that I have, people are like, well, how does that? Maybe they think, how does that flow so much? Like be on like at the very end, and it's like, well, I made the score. I scored it like myself. So I make a lot of that stuff, and then
does that take a long time for you to do it? Because producing music is definitely could be. It depends on your process, but I will say, if you're doing your own music, you're never gonna have to worry about the like YouTube or Facebook or all these people like, oh, we're clipping your music because it's copyrighted somehow. Like 9 years later, you know what I mean?
It's frustrating. Yeah, I made the video I made for Happiness Bags charity. It got hit with a copyright, and the video still did 5,000 because so many people shared it. I'm like, man, that video could have done 100K. That video could have done 1 million.
Was that not your original song?
No. So the one I did for the most recent Happiness Bag, it was part of a template from CapCut, and I was trying to get something put together real quick. And yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I have songs that would have went with it, but I was just being a little bit lazy that day, trying to put something together, and it bit me. So we'll repurpose it again. But everybody was so happy with it that I just left it, and they didn't take down the complete visibility, so I was fine with it.
Okay.
It did what it was supposed to do. So
Snickers Army mount up. We got 2 left. So again, inspired by Eddie Cologne. I still have the video of the original incident. It was vein down, but Snickers vein up or vein down?
Probably vein down. But I usually eat the minis, dude.
I love that answer for.
Okay, I usually eat the minis.
Okay.
I swear, man, with 52 weeks of doing this shit, I don't think we got the same answer twice out of anybody, which is wild to me. I just never thought there was any other way to eat a Snickers besides just a regular way, and people just.
Well, if I learned anything from the relationship with Thor in the last year, it was how to eat a Snickers in a different way from Eddie.
What does he do? He goes vein down.
Yeah, he did a vein down video, and it was pretty epic. I actually, I got to see it in the caramel tour. Like we should have made we should have made like an old school like hologram T-shirt out of it that had emotion on it when he did.
Yeah, when you turn a certain way, it shows like pulling the string.
But it was amazing. So now this last one, loyalty or respect.
Like, am I a more loyal person, or do I want what do you mean?
Like, you got to pick one, loyalty or respect?
Like, if you had a choice between the two, which one
I feel like I'm more of a loyal person. I feel it's hard, man. It's hard. I do have loyalties on the website, right? So I think you want people that I think it's really both. The thing about it is you can force people to respect you, right? You can't force people to be loyal. And that's part of why you do the call outs and stuff like that, because I can make you respect me, right? Whether you admit it or not, there's a certain point, there's levels to it, right? Yeah. Where at some point you could be like, damn, you know what? That dude's just moving. Right?
He might bother me, but I gotta respect the hustle or whatever.
Yeah, you have to, bro. Like real recognize real. And when you see somebody really out there doing it, you're gonna respect them. Like, damn, man, I hate them dudes. Like, I'll give you one, protector wax. It's a damn good product. It's a damn good product, man. Right? Even though I tried to clone it, I tried to do my own thing underneath the thing, and I was like, I came out the video, so I can't do it. Called Chris. Now he put out something, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I think like from at least gathering for the past 52 weeks of us doing this or whatever, I think the big thing is like loyalty is kind of like it's more of an intimate thing, right? Like you would get that more from the closer people in your life. That's what I feel like most people will want more, because it's not about respect me when you're close to somebody. It's about you want the loyalty, because we're naturally pack creatures, right? That we kind of disconnected from that lifestyle over the past 60 years, I guess, in society. You know what I'm saying? We're not as family oriented or tied together as we used to be. So I think loyalty is really something within the closer people in your life that you hope to be able to have, and respect is something you want from people that are on the outside kind of looking in,
Yeah, I think it's really like me personally. I pretty much respect every single person on this earth, you know, until they lose that, until they do something to lose that. You know what I mean? I think it's really hard. Like somebody really has to do something for you not to respect them, right? And for me, it really is, not to be funny or plug it or anything, but when you catch somebody lying, when it's just blatant, it's just like, bruh, why? Just be you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
part of the internet, man. It's kind of part of the way the game is going over the past couple of years,
100%.
especially. It's different.
Yep.
It's an image thing for a lot of people, bro. And for some people, it comes natural, bro, and other people, they got to fight for it. But, G, you're one of them guys, man. I feel like it comes super natural to you, bro. You know? I feel like you're a character in front of the camera. I feel like, you know what I mean? People they gravitate towards your content. They want to see what you're going to say next, what you're going to do next. I think that's kind of one of the coolest parts about what you kind of built for yourself, especially for me, at least, to see over the past year, the steam and the traction you're kind of getting from that. And, you know, we wish you the best of luck with everything, bro. And obviously anything we could do to help you in your journey, man. You know, donate, kind of send things to places when you start doing charity things and stuff like that or whatever, man. You just let us know. I'll be happy to help you out.
Yeah, man. I think that's the biggest thing. I will say this, right? You got 3 guys right here, man. Good guys. And there's not enough men in society that are, you know, I feel like stepping up and being mentors and being you know, that type of thing. So I think when we get out there to some of these youth camps and stuff like that, teaching people to detail, I think it's just real important for us to go out there and be a good example. Give people give some of these kids somebody they can call, because I tell people, you know, there was one person that said, you know what, I will never give up on that kid ever. You know, my dad, obviously unconditional love, never going to change that. Right. But there was one person when I was 8 months old that said, I want that kid. And I didn't have that from my own flesh and blood at that time, outside of my pops. And it only takes one of us, bro, to change somebody's whole life.
I appreciate and respect you saying that, man, because that is definitely the truth.
Yep.
100%.
Be a good person, man. Reach out, do something for somebody. Check in on your homies. Godfrey mentioned it a couple weeks back, man. A lot of guys go through shit that we don't know about. Make sure you check in on those people that you care about, man. Let them know you love them and they're important to you. It matters a lot.
Speaking of important, we wanted to shout out everybody. Chris, I can go through names if you want me to, one by one.
I mean, listen, without boring everybody out, man. I mean, we're celebrating the end of season 1 here on the Funkin Homies podcast. Godfrey and I, man, congratulations, bro. We banged out at 52 weeks solid.
Yeah, first one was NY Phone Kings just well, right?
Yeah.
You know, we had Stan on here.
Yeah.
It's, you know, the OG Daniel Salazar. You know what I mean? We had a lot of people that are important to us on the show.
Absolutely, man.
A couple of New Year's Eve specials, you know, Mr. Roberto Sanchez, you know, 20 years in the detail game from Aztec Detailing. You know, had a lot of highlights. I mean, a lot of dudes in there. We had
Nacho. We had I mean,
dude, Jonathan on there like last week, right? A couple weeks ago.
Jonathan, we had Jessica on there.
Yeah.
He's one of my moderators on that detail group. He's a good guy too.
Yeah, we had Stud on there.
Swanky. I mean, there's just been, you know, obviously Chris on Nighthawk. I think he did 2 episodes with us. Stan.
Hey, did you ever hear what I did to Swanky?
No.
You bought his website, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're the one who did that shit?
Yep.
I think I heard about that, bro. Somebody told me about that.
Yeah. You know, we had Jay Lee, we had here, Swanky, you know,
absolutely. All the girls for the female episode, man.
Mad Bay, you know, had wow.
We had Lindsay Rose on.
That's it. Lindsay Rose was very memorable. She had I think Lindsay Rose gets the #1. She gets the award for the #1 Snickers answer and best T-shirt on the show. Best T-shirt and #1 Snickers answer was Lindsay Rose. She swept the category.
Yeah, she definitely did.
I think that's fair to say, right?
Yep.
M18 Darren, you know, Josh V came on. Yeah, we had a lot of cool people on it. You know,
yeah, man. H2O, Signature Auto Detail Supplies. I mean, we had
Detail 31. You know, Carla was
shout
on.
out to Minor over at DLC. I mean, there's just
Celtic Interiors in the comments. I see him. You know.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna miss people, man. We don't mean to do it, but we just wanted to say thank you to all you guys for a full year of support, man. It's awesome.
We had Jamie on trying to sidestep the question with a 0 bar, and then you know, he got smoked by the comments. They said ribs were his pleasure to 0 bar.
Yeah, because Jamie came on the podcast drinking Vienna sausage juice.
Can.
Wild. Cracked the can. He cracked the can. We let him in the thing, and he's just chugging back Vienna sausage juice. I'm like, yo, you are wild, dude. Bro.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man.
But
then total Subway's where it's at. You know what I mean? I was like,
you don't know what people do in their own home.
That's what it is. You don't.
Yeah. You know what? I wonder what
Jamie,
I wonder what Jamie the cleaner's eating in the middle of the night if he has like a craving and he gets up in the middle of the night. Like there's nothing that's off limits in the fridge to this guy.
No, definitely not. If you're drinking Vienna sausage juice, you're down for whatever in the middle.
He might be drinking buttermilk. We don't even know, man.
Bro.
Yo, who knows, dude?
I was the type of dude that puts
I bet he does like horseradish or something. Like if you have
I love me some horseradish, but I ain't doing it by
myself.
myself.
But you ain't just opening it by yourself and eating it. Jamie's the type of cat that add like cream instead of milk to a cereal to get an extra sweet treat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that might be a good little hack there.
I don't know, man. But listen, long story short, we love you guys, man. It's really been an honor for you to spend your time with us every week or whatever. We got some big things planned coming up in season 2 that we're not really discussing at the moment just yet, but the Thor boys will drop that thing and kind of, run with it from there. G, you got something going on, right? I mean, you're going to be popping off.
Yeah, we can ready to start the pod. I don't know when the first episode will be, but yeah, we're going to be doing our thing, man. Just talking about the process of really growing a brand from scratch.
Scratch.
Actually, scratch, like no products, everything. So we talking to Eddie. Hey, I just know Eddie's lucky he don't have no hair. The goal is that Jamie just loses it, all the hair by SEMA.
I love that, bro.
I don't know why they got me. They're gonna be like, man, I don't know why we tried to mess with that.
They don't know. They don't know what they're getting ready to get involved in with you. I think they're starting to learn, but
yeah. So it's been exciting. I'm very excited to continue to build, and like I said, for me, it's just what a platform to be able to try to get back and just highlight some stuff, man. I finally realized can't do it on my own, man. There's a lot of great people like you guys in the industry that have been doing it, and if I can just be a small part of that, sure.
I think it's awesome to be able to have you as part of the Thor network, bro. I mean, honestly, I think it's going to be super cool. It was a pleasure to meet you at SEMA. And from at least me, Godfrey feels the same way, bro. You're doing big things. Anything you need, always reach out to us, man. You're a Funkin homie for life, brother.
I appreciate that, bro.
You got it, dog. All right, everybody. That's going to wrap this one up for us. Stay tuned. We'll keep you posted. The Funkin homies will return for season 2. Until then, stay fresh, y'all. Peace.
Peace.